Hey there, and welcome back to a weekly update of Planet Zoo. It's been a little bit more of a quiet week. Nothing too major happened on Planet Zoo. However, a few new nice screenshots made it along our way. And so here we start with today's screenshot of the peafowl, and this is the newer version we finally see. There's been a little bit of complaint going on of the first version we've seen a few weeks ago, but today you can see this is how it looks right now. It looks awesome. It looks really nice. They improved a lot about the feathers and stuff, and you can definitely tell that this is a majestic animal, and it really looks super nice. I think there's really not that much more to say about. I also love the kind of the tree elements on the left backside in the background. It kind of looks like if there are a few flowers in there, so it really looks like it's blooming or so, which is a nice little detail. I hope it's one of the variants of many trees. It's me, the sucker for realism and building with all the trees and stuff in game, that is hoping for it. But the major thing of this one is the peafowl. However, there was another little bit of the peafowl this week, and this was on Wednesday actually, when Frontier asked for which animal we gonna want more info on this week. And you know, if you don't know, every Wednesday Frontier has some questionnaire going on of 3 animals, and we can choose one of those 3 to make sure that there is some more detail on that animal on the following Friday, which was this time the peafowl. So there was a little bit of a video included in there, and this is in particular interesting. Let me just put that in for you right now. So you can see this is the video of the peafowl in action. However, what is super interesting about this one is that you can clearly tell that the feathers are looking completely different in terms of color scope. And if I'm not completely wrong, there was another little video about this a few days ago or a few weeks ago of the peafowl when they showed it. It looked even better and even more of a different color scope, so to say. So the cool thing is, it seems that we not only get different variants of animals and different variants of the animals within the category, they actually do look also slightly different in terms of feathers and fur, what we already knew. And maybe I'm totally on the wrong way here, because the one is male, the other one is female. I don't really know that much about peafowl, so please, if I was wrong here and the color is mainly because of male and female animals, I'm so sorry, but I believe that the feathers are slightly different for each and every peafowl out there, because as far as I know, they are pretty much unique as a fingerprint. This is the only thing I know, but you know, maybe this slightly more grayish variant is the male or the female, or vice versa. Anyways, there was another screenshot this week, and this is that one over here. One thing I wanted to point out about this in particular is the mechanic on the left hand side. In chat, I completely lost my politeness. I wasn't too polite and said, I'm so happy that there is a fat mechanic. I was told it's not fat, it's a heavy boned or a healthy boned mechanic. However you want to call this, I love the fact that we have different shapes of people now, also not only for the guests but also for the staff members. So one thing we knew already, which was super nice to know, is that all the different staff members are male and female by now, and that they also change everything else like hair color and stuff like that. But that was already a thing in Planet Coaster, but only for the vendors, and all the others were like the janitor always looked pretty much the same. Actually this was always the exact same model. So I'm happy that they not only chose to give us male and female versions, but they actually make them completely randomized, which I think adds a lot more to it. And I'm super happy that we now have a bit of a closer look to it here in this screenshot. Again, there's not much more to talk about. Like, I like these flower-ish elements on the right hand side. I like, in particular, the roofing. Again, this was the screenshot that has been shown because of piece by piece building. So everything you can see in this build or in this picture is made piece by piece, which I do love. I still believe that these kind of walls that look like if there were some trunks put together as a wall, I believe these are wall pieces rather than single beams. But I like the thatch roof, even though also these ones seem to be roof tile pieces. So, you know, it is piece by piece, but maybe not individual pieces, but just some grid pieces. However, it looks nice, it looks awesome. I like the flower pot on the right hand side. I like the bench. But as I said, one thing I really like the most is the roofing, because I like these glass pieces quite a bit. They have a super nice I don't know, pattern to it. I think it's a pattern. You can call it pattern. I like it. I like how it looks. I like that this is not just plain glass, but just has a little bit of a texture going on, so to say. So I really like this. And just to make sure, in the background, some of the people on Twitter and also in my Discord, they mentioned that this could be a camel. I would know if that's a camel. I'm quite sure it's not a camel, because this is exactly the same park we've been seeing in all the gameplay demos so far. There was no elephant, no, it is an elephant, but there was no camel included in there. So it doesn't really make too much sense to include a camel there as well now, because for the screenshot or whatever. So if it is a camel, I'm super happy, then because it's a dromedary, but I'm pretty sure it's just an elephant, because this is exactly where the elephants used to be anyways. And yeah, so I'm pretty certain that this is an elephant, only a little bit misshaped due to the blurring that is going on in the background. Anyhow, that should be it already for today's little quick update, because there is not much more to talk about. As much as I would love to talk more about this stuff, there was also a Zookeeper newsletter right now, which literally came a few minutes before recording, but there is not too much interesting stuff in it. It's just one of the devs talking about the UI, which is interesting in itself, but there was not really a lot going on in terms of special things we can talk about in the UI. Yes, they needed to talk about or they had to think about the different species and how to integrate them in the UI, but I think these are pretty much Captain Obvious things. Not that I want to take anything of the great stuff apart, what they will do with it, obviously, but for us there's nothing to see in here. They used old screenshots, so yeah, there's no real news in there, so I'm sorry, I don't want to include that, because it's just making stuff out of nothing. I don't know. Anyways, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this quick update, and now as a final question, what animal do you want to see next revealed? I think we talked about which ones you guys wish for the most, but I really want to say, what kind of animal do you want to see revealed? I have to admit, I want to see definitely the lemur in action. I want to see it moving. That's what I want to see next, and yeah, can't wait for that. Anyways, guys, I hope you have a great great weekend. Sorry, I'm losing my voice here. Talk to you in the next one, and have a good time. Until then, bye.